these same people and others be interested to see what I do day to day as well? One day, Pops came in for a regular appointment, but something was different. For years, I had seen him as one half of a whole, or what I lovingly call a package deal, meaning that he and his wife came together. Always. Except this time, his wife wasn't with him. I knew she had been ill. Recently, she had taken to waiting in the car during his appointments, not feeling up to coming into the office. I couldn't help but ask how she was doing, and instantly regretted doing so. She's gone. Pops choked back tears and looked down at his hands. She'd been his whole life. She ran the show. And now he was lost without her. I noticed that his clothes weren't as neatly pressed as they usually were. He had a stain on his slacks, and his hair appeared a little more disheveled. Nothing I do can take away a person's emotional anguish, but I wish I could have waved a magic wand and made some of that pain and sadness disappear. Opening a GoFundMe page in his name was an impulse move, a result of my learning about his economic hardships and overwhelming grief since his wife had passed away. People who watched my videos from around the world sent the kindest messages of hope and love to Pops and donated money to help somebody whose face they'd never seen. They just heard his story and knew every blackhead extracted from him by heart. My Popaholic fans are amazing. We ended up exceeding the $5,000 goal and raised more than $14,000 for Pops. Pops and his wife had been my patients for many years, but in all that time, I was examining his skin and mainly treating and controlling his precancerous skin lesions and skin cancers, non-life-threatening but locally destructive squamous cell carcinomas and basal cell carcinomas. It actually took the unfortunate passing of his dear wife for me to bring up the fact that those bumps on his nose were benign blackheads and whiteheads. It wasn't until this point that he confided that he knew they weren't dangerous, but he absolutely detested them. Not because he could see them. His eyesight was failing and he couldn't, but because he could feel them and he couldn't get rid of them himself, and they made him feel ugly and ashamed. So I asked him, would you like me to extract as many of these as I can? This is a procedure I can't bill to insurance, but if you allow me to film the procedure for others to watch, I won't charge you. He immediately agreed, very happy that I was going to take care of them. This surprised me. I had never offered the service to my patients in the past because, as a dermatologist, I avoid extractions that aren't medically necessary, as health insurance doesn't cover them. Patients normally have to pay out of pocket for these cosmetic procedures, and they can be very expensive because they are time-consuming. Just a couple of months prior to this, I had posted a video on Instagram of me extracting a blackhead on the back. To my surprise and curiosity, there was a noticeable increase in likes on this post and subsequently on any posts involving pimple popping. In fact, my most popular Instagram posts were simple blackhead extractions. Would followers be interested in other things that I pop out of people's skin? Yes. People were mildly interested in what it looked like to administer Botox or treat a wart, or even to see what psoriasis looked like. People seemed to get really excited, though, when I posted a milia extraction or a blackhead squeeze. Once they saw that, they were hooked. I am talking about unbridled enthusiasm. People who liked it loved and obsessed about it. People who hated it detested it. Either way, they tagged their friends because they just had to share. I had happened upon the discovery of a pretty substantial demographic of Popaholics. No longer wanting to limit myself to 15-second clips on Instagram. Today, the app lets you post 1-minute clips, but back in the olden days, a couple of years ago, 15 seconds was its limit. I posted a full-length pimple popping video to my YouTube channel, a platform I had created and originally used for TV appearances, which was meant to appeal to a much smaller fan base. What should I call this Instagram page and YouTube channel that I would devote mainly to sharing things that I'm able to pop from the skin? Well, I gave myself the moniker Dr. Pimple Popper, and things really erupted from there. People were demonstrating a substantial interest.